This pregame sucks. Nothing went the way that it was supposed to. Obviously, I'm running late. I had Chipotle. They put the wrong stuff in my bowl. I had to restart my computer to get everything situated. I hope this is not an indication of what the night is going to be, but we're here. And Lamar Jackson got his deal, right? That happened. So some quick items that we were supposed to be discussing over this 30 minutes. And we'll get into whatever you decided to bring to the party a little bit later on. But we'll make this short and sweet. Obviously, we don't have a lot of time before we switch over into the main party stream. But look for Dalvin Cook to be moved tonight. That's a name that we've been hearing about trade rumors. DeAndre Hopkins is another name I think could be on the outs in Arizona as soon as tonight. I've said Chase Young is, to me, still a candidate to be traded. Nothing is etched in stone there, but I'm still got my antennas up. I think something could happen there. I wouldn't be shocked if there's a surprise or two. Derrick Henry, we've had this discussion already. I don't see why the Eagles wouldn't just draft Bijan Robinson instead of going and trading for Derrick Henry. And that to me doesn't make any sense. So if the Eagles want to upgrade the running back position, they sit in a great position to be able to do so. I don't understand trading for Derrick Henry, but we will see what happens. Trey Lance is another name. 49ers are definitely shopping him. I don't think they've gotten a lot of offers to this point, but that's another name to watch out for. Somebody's going to end up without a quarterback. You know, someone's going to get left without a seat in this game of quarterback musical chairs. Maybe that team decides to then go and hit the 49ers lineup and see if they can't make a deal for Trey Lance. So, again, a lot of different moving parts. I'm sticking to my guns. Number one is going to be Bryce Young. Number two is going to be CJ Stroud. I'm sticking to my guns. If the Texans go in a different direction, I've all along said that the Cardinals were trading out of 3 no matter what happened. We've heard today that, their line has been hot today. Everyone's hitting them up, trying to come up. And obviously, you know what for. So at the end of the day, Arizona's going to get out of the number 3 pick. Who's going to come up and get that pick? And to draft whom is the real question. I don't think it's a matter of if they get out of that selection at this point in time. So, I mean, Lamar Jackson getting his deal is a massive, massive story. We'll talk more about that on a later date and time. You know, it's just amazing that I've talked about deadline spur action, and I think that the Ravens may have set a self-imposed sanction of a deadline. Hey, we need to get this done by this time or else. And I think maybe the Jalen Hurts deal made things a lot more palatable for everybody involved, including Lamar Jackson. I don't know the specifics. I know that there have been specifics that have been coming out, but I just haven't had time to sit down and analyze it. So we'll probably do that on a podcast episode next week when things die down. But right now it's all about the draft. And so that's what we're going to really focus our attention on. And so we'll probably get some of that conversation, though, from all of the insiders, Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter. They'll probably be talking about the Lamar Jackson deal during the draft when we have those periods of, lull where you're filling the time because we're waiting on a team to make a decision. Obviously, when we get to 22 and the Ravens pick, that's when you're going to have that Lamar Jackson conversation. And we'll probably hear a lot of things. And $255 million is the overall deal, but how much of it is guaranteed? I don't know. That was always the hang up with Lamar Jackson. So I'm assuming that a large chunk of that deal is guaranteed. To what extent? 5 years, 255 is what I heard baseline wise. I guess we'll see what else the deal entails. But in any event, we're coming up on the 8 o'clock hour. I don't want to delay this. So what I'm going to do, sorry about the tardiness of this pregame. Again, pregame didn't go the way that it was supposed to, but hey, that's life, right? Things usually don't go the way that you intend them to go. So we will transition over to the party, and then we're going to turn up, regardless of the circumstances, we're going to get it in. So again, apologize for the tardiness. That was not the intent. Even though I like to be fashionably late, that wasn't the case this time. I just genuinely had some issues. And so with that said, we're going to transition over to the draft party and let the games and fun begin. And so I thank you guys for joining me on this very, very brief yet impactful NFL draft Louie Tee Network pregame. Now we're going to transition over to the mainstream. I'll see you guys over there.